Hello and welcome everybody to the year 2000. In the year 2000, it starts off really strong with Vijay Singh, who won the Masters. And then Tiger Woods just won everything else for the rest of the year and the Masters the next year. The Tiger Slam, the year 2000. People say the pinnacle Tiger. Mizuno comes out with this. But I do want to talk about the 2000 US Open. Tiger Woods, dominating face. He's on his second round of the tournament of 4 games, for those of you that don't know. And he's at the last hole. And his caddy, who knows he only has 1 golf ball left in the bag, is trying to get him to calm down. He's like, all right, let's take a nice safe shot. And then Tiger's like, I'm paraphrasing. Tiger's like, we're going for it, baby. And he just like rocks one into the rocks, the beach, Pebble Beach, out of bounds. Last ball. Give me a ball. Caddy pulls out the last golf ball. Doesn't disclose it's the last golf ball, right? Just like if Tiger loses this ball, there's a 2-stroke penalty. Hands the last golf ball to Tiger. Same thing. He's going for it. Hits like beautiful, beautiful drive by 18. Saves bogey. Okay? Which is amazing in itself. But he didn't know it was the last golf ball, right? So second round. So 2 more rounds later, Tiger Woods wins by, it was something obscene, like 15 strokes or something. It was like, he's like minus 12, dominating. So would he have lost had he taken that 2-stroke penalty? I think he would have been okay, but it wouldn't have been that historic, dominant performance that we saw. And there's no telling what that would have done psychologically to him as well. So it's just a really interesting story. I just love that dominant performance and that little story of like the last golf ball. So all that comes to mind when I think of this. Vijay Singh winning the Masters with the driver that's going to replace this one. Let's get this on the review table and have a closer look. Pretty easy to identify with the sole here. 1 wood with the loft, 9 degrees. And then, is there a Zoid in your tee? There's a Zoid in your tee. It's a T-Zoid. Titanium forged here, and the Mizuno branding here by the heel. Pretty easy to recognize. We're going to spin around the skirt here real quick to the face, but you'll also notice there's a Mizuno logo here on the toe. Lovely face, pretty similar to other drivers from the late 90s. A dot dash, dot line groove pattern. And at address, you can see very lovely blue metallic paint with another Mizuno logo as the alignment line. Pretty interesting. So we spin up the very short hosel right here to a black ferrule, graphite shaft. This was, I put the sticker on here to remind me of the year 2000, and this particular one has a very nice victory grip here. It's a mid-size, actually, so if you see here, don't know if that's all going to show up, but that's the kind of grip that we're rocking on this thing. It feels and looks pretty good. Let's take this driver, now we would call it a mini driver, but at the time it was just a driver, out to the range and see how it feels.
Mizuno T-Zoid titanium driver. In 2000, is Mizuno qualified? Yes, they are. Mizuno, famously, was the first one to release a titanium driver. I think it was in Japan. And they released it in the United States in 1992. McGregor also released their titanium driver in 1992. And looking back, that was the genesis of lots of this material, titanium, being used all over golf and everything. So we'll see what comes out. But yeah, Mizuno, by the year 2000, 10 years of making titanium drivers. This one looks amazing. The blue, the curves, it looks like a Corvette. With the M on there, that doesn't look Corvette-y. And this is made of titanium, and those can be made out of fiberglass. Let's move on. But it feels good. It feels lightweight. It feels like a good weighted driver. The shaft is a little clashy. I'm not sure if that's an aftermarket thing or whatever. Let's give it a flail here. and see how it feels. That was low on the face, which shows there is some forgiveness here. Yeah, sometimes with titanium drivers, like my first impression is it's going to be like a simple point and shoot, ready to run. Let's rock and roll, wind up, you know, and swing hard. In this era, it's I need to treat this like a persimmon or like a smaller head driver, which it is compared to like the modern clubs I'm used to swinging in anger. That was a little fadey. Again, it felt a little heely. I need to, so I can straighten that up. That landed right by the 200 marker. Might have been right in front of it. That wasn't a full-on swing, and we're hitting into the wind, so kind of to be expected. And I didn't hit it out of the sweet spot either, which I think is more and more important. Not point and shoot. Some skill required this with this stick. That was a little pulley. It also felt a little heely. Anyway, I had pretty good carry on that one. Wow. Yeah. You want to work on your driver precision, which I don't. But if you do, this might be the club for you. It looks amazing. Mizuno T-Zoid titanium. Let me know your thoughts, memories. The year 2000 was a great year. Y2K, everybody. Y2K forever.
This driver is a little deceptive. It's an enigma. The active, effective strike zone here is actually pretty small for me with my swing speed. If you're very precise and you have supreme precision, maybe this is the driver for you. But for me, this is not that. Like, you go through the Mizuno back catalog, okay? So all the way back to the first titanium driver in 1992, and then you're talking about the MP14 irons in the 90s. It's just need I say more? The T-Zoid Pro forged irons. You get this. And then a year later, you get the 300S driver, which is amazing. And so just looking back, this is a weird thing. Hypothetically, let's just say you went out, in the evening and you found your child's dirty sock in the driveway. There's just one of them. Just instantly your first parenting mode is one of my children running around with one bare foot and a shoe on the other foot? And where's their shoe? How is there one sock in the driveway? And you have to go into Sherlock Holmes mode. I'm going to deduce what happened. Is that a chocolate milk? Is that a chocolate milk stain? And so you look at it and you're like, oh, the sock is inside out. It's been used. So it's not like a fresh sock that was put in the swim bag on their way to swim and accidentally dropped. No, this has been used and taken off at some point and abandoned here in the driveway. And from the smell of it, this child hasn't bathed in 3 days, even though they said they did. But it's whatever. It's hypothetical. I mean, it's just whatever. So that's this, right? You look through all of this and you're just like, how is this left on the driveway? What is this that I found in the Mizuno back catalog? It's not the best driver they ever made. Maybe even not up to this point. But at this stage in golf, technology was moving so fast. It's we're getting larger heads, more forgiving heads, increasing MOI, making the faces more forgiving. I mean, it's just really an interesting advancing time. And so this just kind of gets lost in the mix, and I can see why. They were just trying things. They needed a driver. They're a golf equipment company. They're going to make the whole line of everything. And so this is what they offered. Would I build a set around this club? No. 300S? Yes. This one? No, in my opinion. However, I have a vast audience, and many of you are very, very good golfers. If you still play this, I can tell you right now, you have a faster swing speed than me, and you're more precise than I am. At least one of those things, because this isn't doing it for me. So no on this for me, but that's just me. What's more important than my opinion is your opinion, so let us know in the comments below. Mizuno T-Zoid titanium driver. I'm excited to read your comments. As usual, huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Another way you can support this channel is by visiting my Amazon shop. I'll put a link in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe. I am the Vintage Golfer.